Hello, welcome to the TeachNest YouTube channel. Today we are going to start a very interesting chapter called Matter in Our Surroundings. So here what we learn means meaning of the matter, states of matter, particle characteristics, state changes. Okay, so everything we see around us such as air, water, books, chairs, trees, animals, and even our own body is made of matter. In this chapter, we will learn what matter is, how it behaves, and why it exists. Okay? Why it exists in different forms, such as solids, liquids, and gases. So, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to define the matter, identify different states of matter, understand the properties and particle of matter, and explain how changes from one state to another. These concepts will help us understand many natural phenomena that happen around us every day. So look around the classroom or look around the room you are sitting. Okay? Can you see the desk, books, water bottles, fans, air? All these things are examples of matter. Here you can see book, it is a matter, water is a matter, table is a matter, air is a matter, plants are matters, this human is also a matter. So all these things are examples of matter. So matter is present everywhere around us. Without matter, our world would not exist. So everything we touch, we smell or feel is made up of matter. Okay. So now let us understand what is matter, the definition of matter. So the matter is anything that has a mass and occupies space. So matter is anything that has a mass and occupies space. So mass means the amount of material present in the object. So this is the amount of material present in the object. Occupies space means it takes some space. It takes up some room. Okay. So for example, a chair occupies a space in the classroom. A water bottle occupies space in your bag. Even air occupies space, although we cannot see it. Okay. Therefore, all these examples are of matter. So everything around us is a matter. So let us identify some examples of matter around us. So some solid examples are desk, book, pencil. Liquid examples are water, milk, oil. Gas examples are air, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, since all of these have a mass and occupy space, they are a matter. Now, the matter exists in mainly three states. One is solid, liquid and gas. The difference between these states depends on how closely the particles are packed and how freely they move. Now let us study them one by one. First we have solids. So solid has a fixed shape. Solid has a fixed shape and fixed volume. Examples, we can say that stone, chair, book, and ice cube. Okay. In solids, the particles are packed very closely together. The force of attraction between particle is very strong. The force of attraction between the particle is very strong. Therefore, solids maintain their shape and do not flow. Solids maintain their shape and do not flow. Next we have liquid. Liquid has a fixed volume but no fixed shape. Okay, liquid has fixed volume but not fixed shape. Examples: water, milk, juice. Okay, so when water is poured into a glass, it takes the shape of the bottle. When a milk is poured into a bottle, it takes the shape of the bottle. So this happens because liquid particles cannot move fast one another. So in whatever container you pour it, it will take that shape. So it directly says that it does not have the definite shape. The next we have gas. So gases have neither a fixed shape nor a fixed volume. For the gas we have examples: air, oxygen, hydrogen. Gas particles are very far apart. Gas particles are very far apart. They move freely in all the directions. They move freely in the all directions. Therefore, gases spread easily and fill the entire container. Now, we have the comparison of solids, liquids, and gases. The first we have solids. In solids, it has a fixed shape, fixed volume, and very little movement. Okay, in liquids, no fixed shape. Okay, no fixed volume is there. Okay, no fixed shape, fixed volume is there, and moderate movement. Whereas in gas, no fixed shape, no fixed volume, and maximum movement. So this comparison helps us understand why each state behaves differently. Why each state behaves differently. Next, so scientists discovered that matter is made up of tiny particles. Matter is made up of tiny particles. These particles are extremely small. These particles are extremely small. We cannot see them with our naked eyes. We cannot see them with our naked eye. Everything around us, from a grain of a sand to a giant mountain, is made up of these tiny particles. So, what are the characteristics of these particles? So, particles of matter have four important properties. They are very small. They are very small. They have a space between them. They have a space between them. The next one, they are continuously moving. They are continuously moving. And fourth one is they attract each other. Now, let us understand each property with examples. Okay. So, first one is sugar in water. Sugar in water activity. First, take a glass of water, add a spoon of sugar. Take a glass of water, add a spoon of sugar and stir it. What happens? the sugar seems to disappear. The sugar seems to disappear. Actually, the sugar particles enter the spaces between water particles. What happens? The sugar particles enter the spaces between the water particles. This proves that there are spaces between particles of matter. This proves that there are spaces between particles of matter. Next one, diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion means the mixing of particles on their own. The mixing of particles on their own. Suppose someone sprays perfume in one corner of the room. After some time, everyone can smell it. Okay, suppose someone sprays a perfume in one corner of the room. After some time, everyone can smell it. Why? Why does that happen? Because perfume particles move and mix with air particles. These perfume particles move and mix with air particles. So this process is called diffusion. So diffusion means the mixing of particles on their own. Okay. The next one is force of attraction between the particles. So the particles of matter attract one another. The particles of the matter attract one another. The attraction is strongest in the solids and moderate in the liquids and weakest in the gases. That is why solids are hard, liquids flow and gases spread easily. Now, effect of temperature. When temperature increases, particles gain energy. When temperature increases, particles gain the energy. As a result, particle move faster. As a result, the particle move faster. When temperature decreases, particles lose energy and move slower. When temperature decreases, particles lose energy and move slower. So temperature plays an important role in changing the state of matter. Now, change of state. Okay, matter can change from one state to another state. Solid, liquid, gas, or gas, liquid, solid. These changes occur because of heating or cooling. These changes occur because of heating or cooling. The particles either gain energy or lose energy. The particles either gain energy or lose energy. Now, the melting and boiling, or we can say the freezing point. So, melting is a process where the solid changes to liquid. Melting is a process in which a solid changes into liquid. Example, ice changes into water. Okay, ice changes into water. Whereas freezing or boiling is a process which liquid changes into solid or liquid changes into a gas. Okay, so boiling point means where temperature liquid rapidly turns into gas. In freezing the liquid changes into solid. For the freezing, water changes into ice. The same way, in the boiling, the water changes after boiling, the water changes to gas. Okay, so they all process that both or all three processes depend on the temperature. Okay, temperature. Now we have evaporation. So what is evaporation? Evaporation is the process by which liquid changes into vapor at any temperature. Evaporation is the process by which a liquid changes into vapor at any temperature. Examples, we can say that wet clothes are drying, sweat drying from our skin, sweat drying from our skin, water is disappearing from puddles. Okay, so this evaporation takes place from the surface of a liquid, from the surface of the liquid. Next we have condensation. What is condensation? Condensation means, now before going to condensation, what are the factors affecting the evaporation? Evaporation becomes faster. Evaporation becomes faster when temperature is high, wind speed is high, surface area is large, and humidity is low. Okay. The factors affecting evaporations are when temperature is high, wind speed is high, surface area is large, and humidity is low. This is why clothes dry faster on a hot and windy day. Next we have condensation. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. It is the process, the condensation is the process in which the vapor changes into liquid. The vapor changes into liquid. Example, when you take a cold water bottle out of a refrigerator, tiny water droplets, here you can see the tiny water droplets appear on its surface. This happens due to condensation. Okay, this happens due to condensation. Now, so next what we have, applications in daily life. Let us see where these concepts are used. So in the refrigerators, use evaporation and condensation. Refrigerators use evaporation and condensation, whereas air conditions cool rooms using change of state. Okay, using change of state. Drying clothes depends on condensation. Rain formation depends on the condensation. Drying clothes depends on evaporation. Rain formation depends on the condensation. So thus, matter and its properties affect our daily life. Okay, affect our daily life. So till now we learned matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Matter existing solid, liquid, gases. Matter is made up of tiny particles. Matter is made up of tiny particles. Particles have space, move continuously, and attract one another. Matter changes state through heat of cooling. Matter changes its state through heating and cooling. So These ideas from the foundation for understanding the chemistry and the physical world. Okay, so now you will be able to answer what is matter, what are the three states of matter, what is diffusion, what is evaporation, why do water droplets form on a cold bottle. Okay, so you will be able to answer all these questions. Thank you for your patience. Please visit back for more videos.